Pinfall winner for audience, we run, we win. This is James. I know that masturbation thing got a bunch of wicked people and people like to play with themselves upset. But we're going to continue with, of course that was very serious. Pornography. Porn kills. Porn is poison. This is a 6-video lesson series. So jump right in because I don't care what anybody tells you. This is going to open up your eyes so you can stop messing with people who take pleasure and perpetuate and make lots and lots of money and cash off of the destruction of people's lives. Pornography. First of all, there are different types of pornography. What is pornography? First of all, pornography is anything that arouses someone sexually or conveys any amount of lust. So if it arouses someone sexually or conveys any amount of lust. Now, this also includes stuff that isn't nudity and things like that. Because if it's designed to arouse someone sexually, even if she or he is fully clothed, or if it's anything designed to convey any amount of lust, sensual pleasure, lust, then it is pornography, whether you like it or not, whether it's a stick figure or not. Stick figures, this includes words in advertising, books, stand-up comedy. It's still pornography in the most general sense. So we'll start with art. You can call it art, but if it's sculpted boobs, he just sculpted some boobs because he's a pervert, then that's not art. If they sculpt, I just said it. If they sculpt someone's, I use the words, but if they sculpt the genitals of a male or a female because they're a pervert, that's not art. It doesn't matter what they do. Just like really sick and gross stuff is not art. If it's for some sick, demented reason, or they're a pervert and they're like, well, I like to look at ladies' flowers, as the Bible calls it, but I'm going to, so I'll draw pictures of them and I'll take pictures of them and call it art. People do it with children and stuff. They take pictures of little children without their clothes on and call it art. No, that's not art. Because what's the purpose behind it? Is the person a pervert? Is the person using that as an excuse? I've seen whole books. I actually ran across a book that was dedicated to something it shouldn't have been dedicated to, and they called it art. No, the person who did it was actually a pervert and just wanted to take pictures of something he didn't have any business taking pictures of, and he was making money off it. So you can call it art, but if it's the person just sculpts it, you don't know their heart. If they're sculpting it or drawing it and then saying, oh, I want to do some art. No, you're just a pervert and you need to go ahead and get married and take care of that in your house. 2, photography. So art is something that's drawn. I start talking about 2, which is photography. Taking pictures of nude kids and calling it art. When they're really just a pedophile. Going out there and call it, let's celebrate womanhood. It's a man who wants to celebrate womanhood. And so he goes around and takes pictures of women without their clothes on, in public places, because deep down, he just wants to take pictures of naked women. I mean, you got to know the purpose behind it. And if the real purpose behind it, if I don't care what you say, if 90% of the people buying your little art book is using it for masturbation purposes, then you have not made art. You have made pornography. And you probably already know that. That includes when you see motion pictures, teen motion pictures where the boys have their shirts off and stuff for absolutely no reason whatsoever. There's a scene in there for no reason whatsoever. I saw a locker room scene in a motion picture for no reason. Why did you have to have the scene where the kids were changing? The guys were changing. Kids, guys, whatever. They were changing. It's like, it had nothing to do with the storyline. And then the lady just moved on. The grown lady, she was moving on doing something else. It's like, But the point, they inserted that, just like the girls, they'll insert a love story. But anyways, 3, music, a song filled with fornication, adultery, lust, all sorts of sexual innuendos, actions, set to music. That's words. Anything set to music that's filled with sexual immorality, anything, beyond a man and his wife, is pornographic music. Because all they're talking about is fornicating. Woohoo! All they're talking about is fornicating. For audio, stand-up comedy. This is pornography that's audio, stand-up comedy, radio broadcasts filled with lust and filth, you know, and sex-filled content. Oh, the person just can't stop talking about sex. Well, that's pornographic audio. Because what's the point? The point is to get the person around. Dirty jokes that little kids tell and things like that. Why? It's, oh, that's dirty. Why? Because it has lust in it. So it gets the person around just conveying lust. 5, drawings, which is comics. You know, pornography, drawing. You know, if it's I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a cartoon or stick figures. It's still pornography. Go on the bathroom wall in some godforsaken school that doesn't recognize the King of Heaven and you see junk on the bath. I mean, that's drawings. It doesn't matter. You can be drawing pornography and think you're not. 6, pictures. We're talking about in magazines, social media posts. First, we were talking about photography, official people who thought that, you know, pretend that they're professionals, but they're really just pedophiles or whatever. But we're talking about, you know, or perverts. We're talking about pictures, magazines, social media posts, chat messages. You are disseminating child pornography if you are under 18 and you are sending nude pictures of yourself to somebody. You are disseminating pornography. Why are they taking the picture? Why is the boy taking the pictures with his, you know, just in his underwear and posting on social media? Why? Because he's getting all the little girls saying, oh, you're wonderful, you're gonna birth. Same thing with the girl. Why is she taking those lustful pictures? She's disseminating pornography. Hey, it's not just news stuff. Real pornography is anything that gets someone aroused or conveys lust. That's why people call things soft porn. But, you know, hey, just stick it in the whole category because that is words. Words are things that are implanted words, phrases, you know, like sex, you know, stuff in chat messages about committing adultery, uncleanness, sex, you know, words on food, drinks, you know, like naked campaign. You see foods with the word naked in there, nude, oranges or whatever. Why? That's pornographic advertising in words because it gets like porn, the hashtag on social media, food porn, whatever. Sky porn. Why? Because it conveys lust and people like to use it. That's pornographic words. You know, the naked peach. I mean, why? You're selling it. We're going to the naked peach. Why? Because you like the word naked. Because it conveys lust. Same thing with advertisement, and this is done. They do it with, I saw, you know, someone without their, it's like, I was flipping through this magazine about this company that was doing clothes, and I see this person, you see his backside, his behind, he's on the ground, he's nude, and his pants are next to him. Close the book, I'm not shopping at your store. I mean, but it was like a young person's book, so, you know, this is, you know, it's a young person's clothing company, but they're using lust to sell stuff. So, if the whole point is to get the person aroused, you know, and why it's inserted into it, you know, and usually ends up on porn site. This is a bad thing. Listen, young ladies and young boys. You take a little picture of yourself and it ends up on a porn site. Hey, anyways, this is all pornography. So, you know, anything, stuff that, you know, it ends up on porn sites, on children and adults' phones, on people's hard drives, password locked folders of teenagers led astray. This is pornography. So I just want to let you know. So if anything that falls into this line, you need to understand pornography, what it is. So that's it. Pornography is anything to arouse someone sexually or convey any amount of lust. Porn is poison, and that is why we're going to continue on this next video. Let me be.